When the narcissist boss starts fearing you might replace them. That's the title of this video. So how to stay smart, safe, and strategically superior. That's the title of this video. A narcissist boss can handle you being good. They can tolerate you being helpful. But the moment they think you might be competition, the person who could take their chair, that's when everything changes. You'll see it in their eyes first, a flicker of tension when someone praises you too much. You'll feel it in their tone, suddenly colder, shorter, or strangely polite. Why? Because deep down they're thinking, they're coming for my position. What if upper management prefers them over me? I built this, they can't take it from me. This isn't logic, it's fear dressed in pride. And fear makes narcissists dangerous. Now, let me give you a story about the threat of excellence. Carlos was a marketing specialist who started drawing attention from the CEO after leading a successful product campaign. His boss, Janet, congratulated him in front of everyone and then quietly began freezing him out. She forgot to forward client feedback. She reassigned some of his work. She even said in meetings, Carlos has been lucky. Right time, right project. Now, Carlos wasn't imagining it. He'd crossed the invisible line. He had become too good. Now, what do they do next? When a narcissist boss thinks you might replace them, they shift from manipulation to preemptive defense. Their goal is to make you look unfit, unreliable, or arrogant before leadership even considers you. Now, let me give you some favorite weapons of this narcissist boss who thinks you might take their chair and how to defuse them. The first tactic is the preemptive smear. They'll start painting a warning picture of you behind closed doors. They'll say they are not ready for leadership. They are too emotional. They are brilliant but lack people skills. Now, this is called reputation planting. They know promotions are about perception, so they poison the soil early. Now, the counter move here is don't fight rumors directly. Disprove them with consistency. Be calm, be warm, and professional around everyone, especially their allies. Keep leadership updated with your work in neutral language. Quick update on the new campaign. That is, we are 10% ahead of schedule. Thanks again for the opportunity. Every time you act opposite of their gossip, you undo their narrative. The second tactic is the setup trap. The boss who thinks you might take their chair. They'll hand you projects designed to fail. They'll give you impossible timelines and clear goals, hoping that you'll stumble and confirm that you're not ready story. The counter move here is to clarify everything in writing, just confirming the report is due by Thursday, for instance, and it includes X and Y metrics. Correct? That's an example of a counter move. You can ask them, just confirming the report is due by this and this day, and it includes this and this detail. Correct? So that's a counter move to clarify everything in writing. So when the task is unrealistic, say that's tight, but I'll prioritize the critical sections first so that we deliver value early. Now this shows problem solving, not rebellion. And if it fails, you have proof it wasn't negligence, it was sabotage. The other tactic is the divide and isolate strategy. They'll try to turn your allies against you subtly. They'll whisper to peers, you know, they're gunning for leadership. Watch your back. Or they're getting too close to upper management. Now, the counter move here is strengthen relationships quietly, one by one. Give public credit generously. The project went well thanks to the team's effort, especially Maya's insights. That's an example of what you can say. Inclusion kills division. When you share light, the boss's shadows shrink. Now, the other tactic is the fake friendship phase. When they can't control you with fear, they'll suddenly switch tactics. They'll become charming. They'll charm you. They'll invite you to lunch. They'll praise you in private. They'll act mental like. That's not affection. That's intel gathering. They're trying to read your plans and predict your next move. The counter move here is to stay pleasant but vague. Be pleasant but vague. Smile, thank them, but don't reveal future intentions. If they ask, so are you planning to apply for that role? Reply, I'm focused on doing great work here. I'll go where I can make the most impact. Now, you said everything and nothing. Now, let me give you a story about the pretend Ali. Tanya's boss, Mr. Allen, began acting overly nice after hearing rumors that she might be shortlisted for promotion. He asked her to trust him with her goals. She smiled, thanked him, and said little. A week later, she heard from HR that Allen had shared concerns about her being too eager for advancement. Her silence had saved her. There was nothing he could twist. The other tactic is about the public undercut. As the tension peaks, they'll start minimizing your achievements right in front of others. Yeah, but that was a small project. Anyone could have done that with the right support. This is ego triage. They are bleeding self-esteem. They are trying to stop the hemorrhage. The counter move here is to stay composed, smile lightly, reply with quiet confidence. True, teamwork made it possible. Still proud of how it turned out. Never argue or one-up them publicly. Your calm makes them look pity. Now, the psychology is the boss's fear of replacement. A narcissistic boss's power isn't built on true leadership. It's built on image management. Their biggest fear isn't failure, it is being irrelevant. So when someone younger, sharper, or more respected appears, it feels like death to their identity. They'll go through psychological stages like a silent internal panic attack. They'll go through denial. They'll say they're not a threat. They'll go through comparison. Wait, why do others like them more? They'll go through projection. Hey, they must be plotting against me. Then they'll go through retaliation. I'll show them who's the boss. Now, those are the 4 stages when the narcissists fear being replaced. So understanding this doesn't excuse their behavior. It just helps you stop personalizing it because they are fighting a ghost, the fear of being forgotten. Now, the third story is about the office king. Simon's director had run the department for years. When Simon's performance started drawing praise, the director stopped mentoring him. He began assigning petty tasks and excluded him from strategy meetings. Simon didn't fight back. He kept sharing updates directly with executives, showing calm results. 6 months later, the director resigned to pursue consulting. Simon was promoted. Sometimes you don't need to dethrone a king. You just have to let the castle crumble on its own. So how to outmaneuver a boss who fears you? Now, this is where you turn fear into leverage without being cruel or careless. Power move number 1 is to starve their paranoia. When they start seeing you as a rival, stop feeding their insecurity. Don't play your wins a little. Avoid bragging or showing off your connections. Always include them by name in public credit statements. It is not submission, it is strategy. You are managing optics while building invisible influence. The power move number 2 is to strengthen your outside armor. Make sure your reputation lives outside your boss's narrative. Build relationships across departments. Volunteer for cross-functional projects. Present at company meetings or workshops. When your name carries weight beyond their control, the attempts to bury you fail. The power move number 3 is to keep your exit door polished. Keep your resume updated. Save praise emails, project metrics, client testimonials. Stay connected with professional contacts. You're not running away, you are staying uncornerable. Power move number 4 is to control the story. Never badmouth your boss even when they deserve it. Why? Because leaders promote calm reliability, not complainers. Instead, frame challenges neutrally. We have different styles, but I've learned a lot working under them. That line protects your image and highlights your maturity. Power move number 5 is to play the long game. Narcissistic bosses burn bridges faster than they can build them. So stay patient. They'll eventually self-destruct through overconfidence, arrogance, or burnout. When that day comes, you'll already be their natural successor, competent, calm, respected, and still standing. Now, knowing when to step forward. Sometimes you really are next in line. If the company hints that you are being considered to replace your boss, handle it with surgical grace. Never gloat or discuss it with coworkers. Continue respecting your boss in public. It makes you look like the mature option. Prepare quietly, build documentation, mentorship ties, and team goodwill. When the time comes, leadership will remember not just your results, but your restraint. The other story that relates to this is the silent successor. Lydia's boss was notorious for undermining staff. When senior management began grooming her for leadership, her boss grew icy and territorial. Instead of reacting, Lydia stayed poised. She praised her boss publicly and mentored junior staff quietly. When her boss suddenly quit after a corporate shakeup, management announced Lydia as interim head, anonymously supported by the team. You don't need to push to replace them. Sometimes you just need to be the opposite of them long enough for the contrast to become undeniable. Now, win the throne by deserving it. When a narcissist boss fears you'll replace them, they'll twist, provoke, and plot, all to make you stumble fast. So don't fall into their traps. Don't match their drama. Don't waste your energy proving your worth to someone who already knows it. That's why they're scared. Stay humble, strategic, and consistent. Let your competence speak softly and steadily until the day comes when everyone can see the truth. You are never competing with them. You are preparing to lead better. Now, let me give you a quick recap about the threat response survival map. Their fear move is smear campaign. And what that means is that they're preempting your promotion. So your counter move is to stay visible, factual, and kind. The other fear move they have is to set up trap. They want you to fail. Your counter move is to confirm tasks in writing. The other fear move is isolation. They're hiding you from influence. Your counter move is to build allies, to share credit. The other fear move is fake friendship. They want intel from you. They want to know your plans. So your counter move is to stay vague, polite, and unreadable. The other fear move they have is public undermining. And this means that they have this ego defense. So your counter move is to stay calm and confident. The other fear move they have is copying or blocking. And this means that they are desperate. So your counter move is to keep innovating quietly. So you don't replace a narcissist by scheming. You replace them by becoming everything they pretend to be. Be that strong, steady, respected, and utterly unbothered. Now, thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.